All right, guys, let's unbox Raid Boss. So we got let's start with the sides actually. We've got a carry right here. If you want to have it sideways like this on your shelf, you got Rikolakis. I'll show you that in a minute. We've got Perdea, or we can do Reika, one of the other sisters. We've got back, which looks pretty solid. Nice work, Dane. And we've got the actual image of the box. Looking really cool. Sweet. So let's pop it open. You've also got characters. I'll go quickly through those, but before I do, we've got our special thanks on the inside of the box, just the way you'd expect it to be before it was actually flipped, but looking nice. Thank you again to all our backers and all the support you guys have given us. Let's put this over here. So you got the Titan on one side, Forsaken, the Judge, and then the Nizari. Looks really good. Get this out of the way. We've got the rule book, which we spent some time during the delay, basically getting this looking really nice, and I think we're pretty proud of it. It looks really good. Feels nice and heavy. 28 pages, front and back. It's got the information for adrenaline mode. Nice little quick setup. It's got, I don't know if you notice up here, it's got these different sections so that you can quickly get back to something that you're looking at. You know, if it's a setup, it's the Titan. If it's, you know, something about the bosses, I think it's a carry. Yeah, so this looks really solid. And then we've got the big setup. This is basically what I'm gonna kind of lay out. Maybe I will actually do it mostly exactly like this. I'll just lay everything out. But yeah, let's start getting the components out. So we've got the board. Nice solid board. Get better angle so you guys can see it. It's got the different phases at the top, so you can put your slider across there. It's got the slots for the cards, and then the places for the position tiles. This is where you track the damage. This is the ones place, the tens place, and then you've got your skill bar. Some bosses have skill bars, others don't. So we've got information on each of the cards that tells you what to do. Position tiles used to be in here, but I took them out already. A nice board of hero tokens, your boosters, your shields, stuff like that. Get this out. We've got boss specific stuff, some hero ability markers. This is what goes on the top. For the phase tracker. And then the inside of the box, let's move this out of the way for a second while I show the inside of the box. Inside the box, I've already kind of taken these out. Like I said, I started, we did a whole basically unboxing and then realized, oh, whoops, the camera was just took a picture, and then, not a picture, but yeah. Anyway, so we've got sleeves for each deck. So that's Tyr's deck, we've got Carrie's deck, Reika, Rikolakis. They won't come like this, they'll actually come like, you know, like a stack, and you'll have to separate them out, but you'll have all those Ziploc bags. That was the Fates and Perdea. So those are the 6 boss decks. We've got these super high quality sliders. All the basic dice that you're going to be using, and then you've got the hero dice. 4 players, up to 4 players, or 4 controlling characters. Position tiles I'm going to set up in a second. And these awesome cards. So I'm going to take a second to go through these. We took some time on these. All right, so we've got Reika, We did some updates to the borders. Here's all their setup. Here's their abilities. A little quote from them giving you some trash talk. On the back, you're gonna see a little bit of lore. This is kind of like the battle description. It tells you like what she's about. And then this is a boss guide for any like quick reference questions that you might have. Everything else that you could ask for is basically in the FAQ. And if you still don't find it in the rulebook, then you should check our website, raidbossgame.com. Right here, we've got the difficulty, tactics, and chance. And we have them just rated differently per boss fight. So that was a boss card. And then so for a hero card, we've got your skill bar over here. Here's where you track your HP. This is where your base HP and then your maximum can go up. As you lose life, you would you move your slider down. We've got your instant ability and then your talent. Talent is kind of like a passive thing that just happens all the time. And sometimes they have like little activated abilities, but your instant ability is the one that causes you to tap your hero token. So that's the front. On the back, we have some G.I. Joe style stats, basically, like how strong are they. So if you're looking for a certain type of character, someone that takes a lot of tactics, maybe that's the guy you want to do. Not too much chance. Same thing here. This is like what the Archon, what she's all about. Hero guide which is just like an FAQ. If you have any questions about what happens with the core abilities or interactions with their talents or instants or other characters, some of it's here. Most of what you'll need to play is gonna be here. But if you have any deep interaction questions, they'll be either in the actual guide, or you can find it on our website. And then again, got a little bit of lore for you guys to feel like you're you're in the setting. So I might just quickly go through the cards so you can see them. We got Blink, hero. You got Helursa, the hero. Forsaken, 12 heroes, 6 bosses. And Zari, looking pretty cool. Titan, smashing up some terrain. We got the Judge. We got the Void Watcher. And we got the Dragoon. A couple more to go. That's right, you got Talus. And Dane's very favorite, the Constructs. And then we got Lux. Pretty cool. As for the bosses, you guys already saw Reika. Got her under here. And then you got Rikolakis, probably the first boss you guys will be attempting. You got a Carry, the Fates, Berdia, and then the big man, Mr. Tyr. You notice he's got some extra stuff and actually different levels of his boss. It basically changes the makeup of the boss deck, so you'll want to pay attention to that. Again, all the information is in the setup guides in the rulebook. All right, so I'm gonna take a minute. I'm gonna set everything up, and then I'll show you all the components. All right, guys, we did it. Here it is, Raid Boss. It is right here, all laid out, each of the components. Pretty hyped up myself, to be honest. Here is everything that you're gonna get in the box. So I'm just gonna kind of pan, and then I'll explain what all those elements are. Got the book, and then you can kind of see it like this. So basically we have the 12 hero cards, 6 boss cards. I know there's one missing and one of each missing, but they're over there. We've got the 6 boss decks that are going to be in the deck, hero tokens, sliders, the individual markers that you'll need for specific heroes. It'll say on the back of the card. These are the reference cards, and you've got the smaller one are the ability dice. The bigger ones are the hero dice, and then bonus dice back there. We've got the position tile right there. That's position tile. We've got the phase tracker where you are kind of in the turn or in the round that you can track just in real time, so that you don't forget. Wait, were we in interrupts or something? Then right here, this is going to track the number of KOs, number of times you die. Once you hit there, you lost. And you can keep playing if you want to, but rules are the rules. So we've got the boss card here. We've got stuff to track his HP, these two right here. This tracks when he switches levels, and that's actually gonna transition him from the setup to the next level. Actually one boss has more than a level 2. He's got actually a level 3, so you would actually use this extra guy to mark that as well. And that usually just indicates a change in the boss deck or adds a boss behavior that can be super fun. Over here, we've got the encounter card. This is gonna give you some lore. You just flip it over, read what's going on, who the boss is, what their intention is. Usually it's to crush you guys. So what are you gonna do about it? Then we have over here, these are the extra cards. So I took the liberty of doing the split already. I've got the easy and the medium cards here, like it says in the setup. And then it says, at level 2, when he hits level 2, you're gonna switch or you're gonna add the hard cards in and take out the easy cards. And so normally you'd have these flipped over, but I just wanted to show you that that's what they were. Same thing over here, I've separated these out. These are the last stands. And then you've got the vanquish card, and that's gonna be only if you defeat the boss, should you read this choice piece of lore. Okay, so then I've got here, as in the initial setup, I highly recommend when you first play the game that you start with these 4 heroes in this particular order. In later games, if you want to, you can switch the order. We also recommend doing that because there's a lot of interaction with position. One of the cooler elements of the game. But you want to start like this. These are your hero tiles, right? And then if you get taken out, you're gonna flip them like this. If you use your instant, you're gonna turn them like this. More on those rules and everything is gonna be in the initial setup. I won't go into everything, but you're gonna have a boss card in front of each of the characters. You're gonna flip it over when it says, you started the turn and now you went to reveal card. Well, that's when you reveal the card. Flip over one of the cards on that character's turn. And then, we've got this handy dandy tile movement where if I wanted to move to the end, I just slide them right in. So then we also have the hero. So each player would pick one of the heroes. If you have 4 players, if you've got 1 player, you can play all 4 of them. If you got 2 players, you can play 2 and 2. Whatever split it is, someone is going to be controlling heroes, and you got to figure out who it's going to be. Once you do, you want to set your heroes up basically based on what it says in the rule book. And then if you want a little bit of quick reference for extra stuff that you're going to need, it's going to be on the back. So if you see something like this, you're going to grab, for the Titan, you're going to grab a challenge token. That's just to remind you when you've used challenge on one of your allies so that you're taking the damage for them. On the back, if you want to read some lore, if you want to read about how his abilities work, some of them I would say all of them you should read your hero guide. It's really short. It's well worth reading it because it'll give you some hints on how to play them and how you can interact with them. And then on the front, it's going to have all the information where you should put your sliders, where your skills start. If you have a talent bar, you're going to put something up on the talent bar. Again, in that white box where it starts. And then you're going to have, this is your base HP, and this is your maximum HP blocker. These are going to be your core abilities, your instant ability that causes you to tap your hero token, and then you've got your talent, and your talent is something that kind of like defines your character. It makes your character who they are. It can be something that's a passive ability. Sometimes it interacts with your core abilities. You got to read the card. So that is. Oh, and then obviously you're gonna start with, not obviously, but you're gonna start with two ability dice, and then you can use your hero dice whenever you need to roll for an ability that says to roll hero dice. These guys you'll get either two in one of these, or if you're playing adrenaline mode, you'll only get 1 in 1 of each. Make it a little bit faster, a little more intense. And yeah, let's see. I think that's pretty much it. So I'll just do like one more big pan so you guys can see all the beautiful components that you're going to be getting, all the cool stuff. And yeah, one more time, a big thank you to our backers. Cheers.